15 on Xbox Live, and welcome back to another WWE predictions video. And this time we are predicting WWE Survivor Series War Games, or as Will and Regal would say, War Games. That's right, that is going to be live September, the 30th of November, and on this Saturday, and I can't wait to see this War Games, as it's going to be big and huge. We've got so many matches for me to predict, and for you guys that have never seen my predictions before. Basically, this is how we go. I make my predictions of who I think is going to win, which is basically who WWE have booked to win, and who who I want to win, which is my own personal opinion. And I got my head of the table t-shirt on, ready to predict for later on. So some of the matches that are coming on later on. I'll get to the War Games matches, don't you worry. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on to the very first match. And the first match is no other than the Survivor Series match, as the challenger for the United States Championship, Shinsuke Nakamura, is going to be challenging the United States Champion, LA Knight. Yeah! The United States Championship. And that is going to be a hell of a banger of a match. I can't wait to see this match, to be honest. And speaking of seeing people, we haven't seen Shinsuke Nakamura in forever. We haven't seen Shinsuke Nakamura as a champion in forever. And so with that being said, me personally, I can't see LA Knight losing the championship anytime soon. So who do I think is going to win? LA Knight. Yeah, but who do I want to win? I kind of want Shinsuke Nakamura to win, due to the fact that he's just not been on TV in forever. So with that being said, that's one for Shinsuke, one for Nakamura. We'll find out who's going to win that Survivor Series here live in Toronto, Canada. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people in Toronto are going to be chanting, yeah! But to be fair, just like the UK fans, they are very, very topsy-turvy. We cheer the bad guys and we boo the good guys. So, we'll never know what's going to happen in Canada. And, well, I can tell you this much. It's going to be very interesting for the next match. And the next match is a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship, as Braun Breaker, in his second Intercontinental Championship reign, will now defend his title against a man who's never become Intercontinental Champion before, in the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus fella, and of course, Ludwig Kaiser. Now, personally, if my friends Thomas and Stewie were here, they would be cheering on Ludwig Kaiser because of the fact that he's also from Germany. But me, being a guy from the UK, I will be cheering on the Celtic Warrior Sheamus, because Sheamus is from the he is from the UK, but technically not the UK. Yeah, according to WWE's logic, he's from the UK, but he's not. He's from Ireland, not Northern Ireland. But, yeah, that is going to be an interesting match, that's for sure. That is for sure. There's going to be high-flying, packed action. Who do I think is going to win? Braun Breaker. Who do I want to win, though? Sheamus. Ludwig Kaiser could, if he was to win the Intercontinental Championship, would probably also mean that Gunther would actually retain the title, and also that would mean both members of the Imperium would hold the championship gold, which could lead to some interesting champion versus champion moments, and who's betraying who. We'll find out about that. But yeah, Ludwig Kaiser, I think, will be the one to get pinned in that match by either Sheamus or Braun Breaker. But we'll have to wait and see now, won't we? But so yes, we will move on to the next match. 3, 2, 1, and the next match is for the World Heavyweight Championship. And speaking of Gunther, he won the World Heavyweight Championship by defeating Damian Priest because of Finn Balor. And I had a good conversation with my friend Connor, which you guys have probably seen before on my YouTube channel, appearing in my WWE 2K Universe mode. Well, I spoke to him about a good way of thinking is that we had Finn Balor help Gunther win the Intercontinental Championship and costing his friend, well, backstabbing his friend in the back to lose that championship. Now, what would be rather interesting is that, say, Ludwig Kaiser loses in the triple threat match earlier in the night, and out of frustration, he sees that Gunther is beating, Damian Priest, is about to put him away. Somehow, some way, that gets the sleeper hold, and the referee gets knocked out. Damian Priest takes advantage of this, and he hits his chokeslam south of Heathens. He's pitting him. He's trying to, but he realizes that the ref is awake. Ludwig Kaiser tries to attack, Damian Priest, but Damian Priest, dodges it, obviously. And then, of course, Ludwig Kaiser got told by Gunther before the match, no, I want to do this alone. And so he realizes, hey, what the hell are you doing out here? I told you I was going to do this alone. But, the referee is stirring back on his feet. And, of course, he sees Ludwig Kaiser and he says, hey, get out of here. Get out of here. But then Ludwig is on the apron at this point, and he says, you can't do this. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be champion. Good. That's when Gunther slaps the taste out of Ludwig's mouth, but in a way, so much so that he, pushes him off the apron, and he's sitting there thinking, oh God, what the hell? Well, he looks up at Gunther and he shakes his head as it's Gunther and then turns around, gets hit with a kick from Damian Priest or a clothesline. Then he gets picked up from another South of Heavens or maybe a Razor's Edge. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest is the new World Heavyweight Champion. That's kind of what I'm going to predict here. So who do I think is going to win? I think it will be Gunther, but I do want Damian Priest. So it's an interesting scenario, but we shall see who goes on to the Royal Rumble. Well, I think it's on the Royal Rumble. Yes, it's the Royal Rumble next. Although we do have a December pay-per-view that we've got to try and get through. I don't know what that one's going to be. Usually it's TLC. Tables, ladders, and chairs, but we shall find out. But yeah, that's for this match as we go on to the next one. And 3, 2, 1. And the next match! It is time to let the War Games begin. As it is the Women's War Games match. This is a real interesting War Games match, 5 versus 5. Now, in one side of one corner, one who does not have the advantage. The people that have the advantage are as followed. It is the team of Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. Strange. I know that sounds strange, right? But she's wearing a mask, a protective mask, so you can go out in there and wrestle. So yes, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Io Sky and Naomi. Because Bianca Belair did beat Nia Jax on Smackdown, I think it was. No, Raw. On Raw, sorry. That means they have the advantage. Now, as of the recording this, it is Friday, and we still got the men's advantage match still to be played, as Jey Uso will be facing Jacob Fatu, but I'll get to that in a bit. But going back to this women's one, the 5 women that will be facing, I'm gonna say Team Bianca for the sake of it, will be the women's world champion Liv Morgan, the women's champion Nia Jax, Miss Money in the Bank Tiffany Stratton, Raquel Rodriguez, and Candice LeRae. That is gonna be epic. I cannot tell you who do I think is gonna be. It's gonna be just epic, man. There's gonna be bodies flying everywhere, tables, chairs, kidno sticks, goddamn trash cans, probably from Io Sky again. She's done it before. She's been in Wargames before, even representing Damage Control, because I believe Damage Control was in a Wargames match at one point. And even when she was in NXT, she did that dive off of the goddamn trash can. So it tells me Io Sky's going to do that again. That's the only reason why she's there, really. But now let's go, because there's no eliminations. But I'm going to predict at the end of it all. First of all, who do I think is going to win? Team Bianca. But who do I want to win? Only for one reason and one reason only. I want Team Nia to win, because I want Tiffany Stratton to betray their teammates by cashing in her Money in the Bank contract afterwards. So even if they do kind of technically lose, I want Tiffany Stratton to to get up, from all the wreckage, and the cage is risen. Maybe Nia can be arguing with Tiffany because she didn't do really bad. She was really shit, and maybe Liv could laugh it off, even though she was the one that got pinned, and they're all arguing in the ring. Candice LeRae and Raquel are, arguing as well. And of course, maybe that's when Nia shoves Tiffany on the floor. And they're both holding their championships face to face, both Liv and Nia. Raquel is beating up Candice LeRae for some reason, and that's when it's, those two are out the way to stop Raquel from protecting Liv, and Candice from protecting Nia. That's when she's frustrated, and Tiffany just walks outside of the ring while they're face to face, and she grabs her briefcase, she holds it to her. When of course Nia will then attack Liv. It'll stop the brawl. Even though both women are still exhausted after the War Games match, and that's when it will happen. That's when Tiffany gets an idea. She sees Liv getting in trouble. She even gets an annihilator for her troubles. And let's say she goes for a second one. Well, and that's when it happens. She misses. Liv rolls out the way. Raquel saves her from it. And Nia she's still out of breath. And she's like, yeah, you got away this time, facing the other way around. And then boom! Over their head with their Money in the Bank briefcase. Tiffany Stratton finally does the unthinkable and cashes in against Nia Jax. Hits the world's prettiest movesault. Not once, I think but twice. And then because the first time I think Nia should kick out, like give us, oh no, she kicked out, and then she does it again, and then it's all over. 1, 2, 3. New WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen in that match. It'll be, like I said, in my opinions, I think it'll be in Team Bianca Belair, but I want Team Nia. And on to the main event. 3, 2, 1, and we're back. And it's time to acknowledge your original tribal chief, as Roman Reigns was lost. And he had no tribe to battle against Solo Sikoa and the new Bloodline. But then Jimmy Uso saved him and rejoined him a few months ago. Then they finally then a little bit later on, Jey Uso was defending his Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker on Monday Night Raw. Solo said he was going to help him, but ended up not helping him, costing Jey the Intercontinental Championship, which convinced Jey to join forces with his brother and hug it out with his brother one more time, and they are back together to help Roman. But they knew Survivor Series was coming up, and they wanted to have a War Games match against the new Bloodline. Now it was 4-on-3 at this point, and that's where Sami Zayn came into the fold. And even though he was talking to both to Solo and Roman, and we couldn't decide whose team he was on. In the end, Crown Jewel, he was on the side of Roman Reigns. And so, after everything, and they discovered that it was an accident, they have realized that, yep, Sammy, it was an accident, don't worry. This is all us. You are with us. You're an Uso. Now, however, in this sprawl that happened on Smackdown, we discovered that the 5th member of Team Solo of the new Bloodline was Bronson Reed. For whatever reason. Not another member of the Bloodline. Oh, no, not another Tonga brother. Not anything like that. Just, Bronson Reed. Which we then thought, after all this time of denying it and going, no, I don't want to team with Roman ever again. We thought Seth Rollins was going to get involved and take out Bronson Reed. No, he was like, no, I don't care if Bronson Reed is in there. As much as I want to get my hands on Bronson Reed, I do not want to be a part of this. And so that means that the OG Bloodline was stuck with 4 members. Until the last episode of Smackdown that I saw, where last week's episode, it was 4-on-5 in the ring, standing side by side. We had Sami Zayn, the Usos, and Roman Reigns toe-to-toe with Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, the Tonga brothers, and Bronson Reed. Solo was bragging and how he's got 5 members. You've only got 4. You've got no one. You got no wise man. But then, that's when we heard the famous words, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman." And well, the rest is history, folks. As you can see you can see him next to Roman Reigns. There's going to be not going to be a 4-on-5 at Survivor Series War Games. It's going to be 5-on-5 at Survivor Series. That's right. CM Punk is the 5th man for Team Roman and the original Bloodline. So it's the Bloodline Civil War Games. And that is it. It's in the main event, the War Games match. Now, I said Jay Uso and Jacob Fatu on Smackdown tonight will define on who is going to have the advantage in that match. And well, let me just say, it is going to be a hell of a match, because no matter who gets the advantage, I am sure I am behind one man, and that is the OG himself, the OTC, Roman Reigns. Now, will Seth Rollins get involved? Probably. Will there still be a betrayal? Probably. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, because I'm going to have to say, who do I think is going to win the OTC, the original Bloodline? Who do I want to win? The original Bloodline! I am behind the Roman Reigns 100% here. Now, the past me, knowing that he had that championship, I would have said the opposite. But now that it's all about Survivor Series, and it's been building to this moment, I feel like it needs to happen. But we are going to be heading towards WrestleMania, and of course, we all know it's going to be The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And whether it's during the match or whether it's after the match, Roman Reigns is going to get a rock bottom from The Rock, the final boss, The Rock. That's just my opinion. No matter if it's during the match, after the match, before the match, something's going to happen with the final boss, The Rock. He's going to return at Survivor Series and take care of business and reveal to be the one behind Solo Sikoa becoming the head of the table and the tribal chief. Something's going to go down. Because I know for the fact the last time we saw him, he was like, nope, Roman, you fucked up. So then, there you have it. That's my predictions for this moment in time. And this is my predictions for Survivor Series Wargames in Toronto, Canada, and the 30th of November, tomorrow night. And I will watch it, and I will try my best to give you my review of it. But if I don't, no matter what, it don't matter. Anyway, I'm down to times 15 on Xbox Live, and I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to subscribe. If you want to watch the previous video, then click on the video on the left. But if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the playlist that's on the right.